Welcome to the Alyosha Society. We are pursuing truth, beauty, and goodness through great literature. Now the Alyosha Society presents 5 in 5, where you can get the who, what, when, where, most importantly, the why on works of great literature, presumably in give or take about 5 minutes. In this video, we're going to be answering the question, why read Song of Solomon? Let's get right to it. Background and summary. First things first. We're not talking about the book of the Bible in the Old Testament, but you probably knew that. No. This is a novel by Toni Morrison, and I'm going to refrain from revealing why she chose that title, as the author herself draws the reader deep into the story before making it clear what the title means. Speaking of whom, brief bio. Toni Morrison, very impressive education. She had degrees from both Howard University and Cornell. Her most well-known novel is probably Beloved, published in 1987. She was actually awarded the Pulitzer 6 years later, 1993. Beloved, the movie, came out in 1997. None other than Oprah Winfrey starred in that one. And she wrapped up an illustrious teaching career when she retired from Princeton University in 2006. And Toni Morrison died just a few years ago, from the making of this video at least, in 2019. I love Toni Morrison's novels. They deal with a variety of important issues: race, abuse, class distinctions, family relationships, slavery, things we all care about. Her stories are often jolting. They are moving. They are thought-provoking. And I enjoy her immensely for those reasons. And to be honest with you, the simple fact that her writing style is intense, but also at times light. It can be calculated, but incredibly funny, but thoroughly enjoyable. Yeah. So Song of Solomon is the third novel she wrote after another very popular book that she wrote, The Bluest Eye and Sula, published in 1977. You know, very important year. The same year my Pee Wee football team won the championship. Of course I still have the trophy. Are you kidding me? It's a highlight of my life. It's been mostly downhill since then. Back to Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. Why read it? All right, 5 reasons. Number 1, familial trauma. A number of great stories have attempted to capture the heart of this tension, the jealousy, the pain that often accompanies family relationships. So it all began, of course, with Cain and Abel, and we'll be telling these stories until the end of time. Morrison's story is a very fresh, raw, entirely fascinating account of this age-old reality, familial trauma. Number 2, navigating interracial relationships. There's a character in the story named Guitar. Yeah, Guitar, and he's part of an organization called the 7 Days. It's a secret society that seeks to avenge past injustices done to African Americans. How? Well, they bring about restitution by murdering innocent white people. Where and how does the cycle end, Morrison asks? And how do we establish proper interracial relationships? Number 3, the Black experience. In another video, I talk about provincialism and how literature can help cure it by taking us to places that we'll never get to actually visit. In a similar manner, while literature can't provide a perfect experience of what it's like to walk in the shoes of someone of another race, it can be a positive start. And I believe that Morrison's novels are a great place to begin that journey. Number 4, Bildungsroman. Bildungs who? Those of you who watched the David Copperfield video, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? Bildungsroman is a fancy word. It's a German word that simply means a coming-of-age novel, a coming-of-age novel. But what's fascinating to me here is comparing and contrasting this genre, what it looks like from a white perspective, as opposed to a black one. Let's just say that Milkman's journey towards self-understanding and maturity, very different than David Copperfield's. Okay. Number 5, the plight of the black woman. Now, let's just be honest here. For a white male like myself, it's hard enough to relate to the experience of people of color, much less people of color who happen to be female. But we are commanded to love one another as we love ourselves. Yeah, in one way, Song of Solomon is a study in the abandonment of the black woman, and it brings readers like me at least one step closer to a genuine empathy and love of neighbor. There you have it. 5 reasons why you should read Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon. What do you think? Questions, comments about my list? Email me, bruce@alyoshiasociety.com.